Just Above Average number 23 with me, Hobie Toms.
Ron Burgundy? No,
Logan
Logan Gillespie, obviously.
See, somebody put a question mark on a teleprompter.
Yeah. Damn it, Corey. they can see straight in the back.
Corey's our slave. And we keep in the car and do our producing.
Yeah, like if he could be, like, that'd be impressive, honestly.
It would be impressive. How's your weekend, Logan?
I chopped firewood at my girlfriend's parents' house.
Nice. It's a good workout.
Lifting up the logs, flared rib injuries. Besides that, pretty nice. Did a whole lot of nothing.
Flared rib injuries? Because
Yeah.
you do have cartilage rib.
Yeah, the cartilage right there, it just, I don't know how. Like, I was in pain from, like, I think Saturday night into Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, Monday, it was like, oh, it's bothering me.
Mm.
But I woke up today, it hurt a little bit. But once I got out of work,
Yeah. Well,
How about you?
dude, me, what did I do? What did I do this week?
Right? We always forget.
I always forget.
I did play New Vegas, though.
I don't think I did anything. What happened Saturday? Oh, no, Saturday. I don't know. It was just like a good weekend for me and Ashley. We hung out the entire weekend. It's pretty sick.
That's always a good weekend.
It was a good weekend. Yeah, it was nice. It was like the first weekend that we had in a long time where like I didn't have anything planned. So it was like, you know how you know when you're old. This is an old John Mulaney joke that he had. He was like, you're old when you ask somebody. It's like when somebody asks you what you did this weekend, and depending on how the tone of voice you're in, it's like, I was like, I didn't do anything. Like, I just didn't want to do anything. Or it was like, you ask an adult, hey, what'd you do this weekend? I did nothing. I did nothing.
I love that.
It's like, I did nothing.
I wish I could do that every weekend, Caitlin.
Yeah, you ask a teenager, he's like, I didn't do anything. Couldn't find anybody to hang out with. And like, you ask an adult.
Well, that was very popular, like, in the summers with us, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because we lived in the middle of nowhere.
For sure.
It's like, we were, like, a mile away from each other?
Less.
And, like, not even that. And we're just not going to climb each other's hills. Screw that.
No. And plus the walk would suck
on
to
that
our
road,
house.
like, the unlined road.
Yeah, the unlined road where like the state road doesn't keep up with trimming, so you can't see around corners.
The speed limit's 35, but everybody goes 55.
Yeah, it shouldn't even be 35, dude.
Oh no, especially that straightaway between house and the hill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's dangerous.
But you say you chopped wood this week. That's a good workout. You did you use a mallet or not mallet?
Log splitter.
You used the log splitter.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to use in my younger days.
Split them all. Yeah.
I usually carry one in my car. Just in case there's some firewood I gotta chop.
Yeah. Definitely nothing for nothing else.
Dude, I did that from the ages of 16 until 19.
We didn't have a gun.
No, that was literally for like Eric, you, my buddy James. It's like, hey, you want to chop firewood? I'm like, got my maul. I literally used my own money, bought a $65 maul just to chop firewood.
It's like me and golf clubs. Like I always used to keep golf clubs back in my car.
It was golf clubs, then
and then split them all.
I probably should use that as a driver. Probably would have gone far.
And then use your
lost my foot.
There's nothing like it's a good workout whenever you don't like think of it, but like splitting wood, like if you have a split maul and you're splitting wood, I feel like I can just go forever.
No, not now.
Why? Oh, probably when we're older.
No, we'll get winded.
Yeah, but still, like I feel like you can just swing and swing and swing. It's a great workout. It's so satisfying.
Yeah, 10 years ago I could.
Oh yeah, you see when we actually started cutting down trees, like for big purposes. You see those pictures of the first trees that they took down. For
like redwood size
industrial.
That used to be like as big and like there used to be trees like that in West Virginia.
Oh, I know.
Because they had ancient forests, but no, a lot of people don't know this, but all the trees in West Virginia except a small portion of Cathedral Park is all new growth. It's less than 200 years old.
I don't doubt that at all.
The entire, except for I think it was 5 acres, the entire, like not at the same time, was completely bare.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like industrial use. We're humans. We just want to come in and fuck everything up,
Yeah, I'd like to see some of those old, crazy huge trees.
Me too. But like, it also makes you think like how fucking strong those loggers had to be just to be able to not only cut it down, but
they were probably by far stronger than us.
Oh, dude, can you imagine? Because like back then you didn't have fucking chainsaws. You had a fucking
the hands.
Yeah, the handles. You had to push and pull. Oh, I did like a tree. It's like Oh God, I couldn't even
Could you
imagine how big
imagine
those are.
like getting those bitches out of the woods?
For sure.
Like you'd need
You
like
didn't have 4-wheelers and chainsaws back then, Logan.
even with a 4-wheeler, you couldn't get a fucking tree that size out.
No. Makes you think. Were they aliens? Just like a pyramid type thing?
Aliens chopped the forest of West Virginia.
That's crazy.
You need like a team of like 8 fucking mules.
You'd have
like
to.
just to move it. Like,
Oh,
barely.
dude. I have no clue how you'd even do that. How you'd even move it.
You know, older generations are better than us.
They are. They really are. They're definitely manlier men. It's like, it wasn't like, oh, hey, we can't get this tree out of here, so we're going to quit for the day. It was more
Yeah,
like,
because like after this, I'm getting fucking Starbucks.
we don't eat until we get this tree out of this forest.
Potato pancakes.
Like, we don't get paid. But yeah, chopping wood, pretty fucking cool. Love it. Lumberjack shit.
Yeah, they didn't. Yeah, they don't care about how much they look big back then like we do.
Well, I think they were just trying to survive. I think that's all they were doing. Because back then, if you had the cold, you were like, all right, I'll see you guys in the next life.
There's a 50-50 chance I'm going to die.
Deleted, dog.
And now we get like a serious illness. Like, yeah, I got a 99% chance of living.
Somebody gets a cold now. It's just like, well, just wait it out.
I guess I'm going to work.
Yeah, I'll go to work with the cold. Yeah.
This is the worst thing ever, but
But anyways, we have a topic again today. And
yes.
We're gonna get a little bit deep into it. All right. We're gonna get a little deep. Today's topic is about body dysmorphia, or more importantly, for us lifters, muscle dysmorphia.
Bigorexia.
Bigorexia. So is that an actual word?
I found it on a couple things.
So what's the definition of bigorexia? Do you know?
Let me get here for a second.
I would assume it's...
Yeah, so it's basically in muscle dysmorphia, which is sometimes called bigorexia, megorexia, reverse anorexia, the delusion or exaggerated belief that one's own body is too small, skinny, insufficient muscularity, or insufficiently lean.
When you said it was something I called what was it? Was it anorexic?
Reverse anorexia.
Reverse anorexia. It didn't really hit my mind until I was like, holy shit, that's like exactly the way to put it. Because when you have anorexia, like, you always think, oh, you're too big. Yeah. I literally had anorexia when I was a senior in high school.
I think every wrestler went through that.
Oh, yeah. But it was a mental game to me. It was like, man, I look like I'm too fat, so I wouldn't eat. Where I was like, oh, I look like I'm too scared to eat, so I wouldn't eat at all. Like,
we were all too scared to eat sometimes.
But I mean, like, it was weird. It was like I would see myself in a mirror and be like, damn it, I'm overweight. I know I am. Damn it. But it didn't really click to me that the opposite of it was reverse anorexia, where it was like, now you don't think you're as big as you really are, which is that's a crazy realization I just had about that.
Yeah. And
so when have you you start lifting?
Yeah.
You start lifting. Okay. Obviously, like, there's a point where you see results.
Yeah. So you're not to be quote bro science. You're beginner gains.
Yeah, you're beginner gains.
Your first 3 to 6 months.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You feel like, oh, I'm on the top of the world. I'm huge.
I'm a Greek god.
Best ever.
Mm-hmm.
And you're only benching like 185 for like 5 max.
But the 185 for 5 is important to you.
It is. It's the most, like, until you get 225 for 1, then you're on top of the world.
Yeah.
Like, once you get 225 for more than 5, I think that's when it really sets in. I'm not big. I need to get bigger.
Yeah. Well, so for you, because this is a thing where it's like it's hard to think about, because it's something that, one, like, not a lot of people talk about, obviously, because a lot of people are comfortable with talking about it. But 2, it's also like, it's something that is constantly in the back of your mind. Like when you walk around, like if I go out to the store or something like that, I'll always think to myself, I was like, how do I look to some of these people? Like, I hope I don't look small. Like, I hope I look big. Like, this is what I've been doing to myself for the past 8 years.
Yeah, I hope I look like I've been doing something like I'm not a potato. Like, it was offensive one time. Like I was my transition from bodybuilding to powerlifting. I walked into the gym or GNC. This older lady, I'm not gonna be mean to her, but she was mean to me. I walk in there. I'm wearing a waffle top, like the 3-button that I like. You know what?
Yeah, I like the 3 buttons.
go in there to get some shit. She's like, "Oh, you starting uplifting again?" Crushed me. I haven't stopped thinking about that. I think about that once a day.
That hurt me in my belly button when you said that. That hurt me to my core.
I will literally show you a picture from that time. Sorry, Arden. You'll see it too. I was lean-ish, I would say.
It's crazy that you can like put in all this work and you're still self-conscious about yourself. It's very strange.
I was lean.
You're lean. You look good.
God,
God, you look like you're younger. You look like your older brother.
I'm gonna cut out the person just for
Yeah.
Oh.
I was like, is there a titty sticking in there?
It's a person.
It's a person.
Yeah. So obviously, to me, my arms don't look big, but like,
You look good.
I was still relative. I was cut.
You
I was
look
like,
lean.
I was a triangle, and she's like, "You're gonna start uplifting again?" She could have like, "Hey, fatty, you want to lift?" That's what I heard in my mind.
It's crazy how when you start lifting, you lift because you feel too small. You feel too small, and you keep lifting, you keep lifting. Then like after 8 fucking years, you still look in the mirror and you're like, I'm too small.
Yeah, because I can tell you exactly
But
when I
like
started.
you're definitely. But it's crazy because if we would see ourselves now, before we started, we'd be like, holy fuck, we're huge. Like,
Yeah, dude, I was excited when I was excited when my arms were 14 inches.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, it's so weird to me that in our minds, it's like almost never enough. But like we see you know what was a crazy realization for me is, yeah, you see yourself in gym mirrors. Sometimes you're like, okay, I'm pretty big. Sometimes
lighting.
you're like, it's lighting. Sometimes you're like, I don't look too good today. But like, it was a realization to me of how far I've came when Ashley recorded me throwing a frisbee for Ray.
Was it your quads?
No, it was my back.
Your quads, though.
Oh, my quads are big. You don't have to tell me that. That's not body dysmorphia. That's fucking.
His quads make my quad look small.
I'm what I call a reverse Popeye.
It's impressive.
But no, that's not body dysmorphia. I know I got big ass legs. I got them quads, dog. Call me Quadzilla.
Dude, when you're a dad, you're gonna be wearing shorty shorts, mowing the lawns in the neighborhood. Just, hey, dads, I'm better than you, and I know it.
And I'm gonna wear like the UPS shorts. Yeah, like let them know.
Dude, just get the UDTs that the SEALs wear for buds.
Might even let a ball hang out. You know, just let them know.
That's the only way.
Yeah. But it was a crazy realization because she recorded me, and because if there's one thing, if like you take pictures, you always see yourself from the front. You always see like you in like an awkward angle or like
unflattering. I've untagged myself from pictures that my friends post.
Yeah, unflattering pictures and stuff like
you think it's unflattering. Other people are like, you look good in this, and like untag, so it's off your Facebook.
Jeez, I've never done that before.
I have. Far. It's pretty bad. Looking at you, Ortiz, I've done that to some things you post me on. It was actually on my birthday.
Really?
Yeah.
But anyways, so she took a video of me, and like I see my back, like my back recorded. Like I was throwing a frisbee, and like my shirt was like looking really good, and I was like, holy fuck! I was like, my back looks really good in this shirt. And she was like, are you kidding me? And I was like, what?
It always does.
She was like, it always does. It looks that good in any shirt.
You're a well-built dude.
But I'm just like, I don't fucking see that. And like yesterday, I was in the gym, and I was trying to get the angles on the mirror to see my back, and I couldn't see it, and I was self-conscious about it.
Back too big.
Come on. But I was like, come on. I was like, I just want to see it. Like that thought in my head was just like, it was pulling me back, because I was like, fuck, like I just want to see if I have a big back. It's crazy that all that stuff is like buried deep in your cognitive thought just through years of trying to be big and just thinking that you're never going to be that big. You think it's something we get from our parents?
No,
I meant like the fear of like never being enough.
I think that's everybody's thing.
I think so too.
But I just like whenever you start lifting, it's a completely different thing. Mm-hmm. It's like, hey, this is what I'm doing for. It's like I'm never gonna be quote unquote big enough, good enough. Mm-hmm. Because I can tell you exactly when my body dysmorphia, like my muscle dysmorphia, not my body. Like I've always had body image issues.
How many years of lifting do you think you were in?
So I started lifting, like actually dedicating to it, like even during my quote unquote anorexic phase after high school. Because I got down all the way to 142
Yeah.
after I graduated. I didn't look good.
Wow.
I did not look good.
I was 120.
Unhealthy. Yeah.
I was
18-year-old me, 5'7",
Mm-hmm.
146. Or 142.
Mm-hmm.
Not good. I literally got told I had to gain weight to join the military.
Oh yeah, I hear that. I hear that a lot from some
It's like,
people.
and it was like, that was the first time I ever had, like, hey, you have to gain weight.
Yeah.
But
Probably fucks with your system,
I
with your thought process.
ended up lifting really hardcore, like 3 hours a day after boot camp, like at my A school, which is the technical school to learn your job. Mine was long as shit. So, December 2012 into, what was it? July 2013.
Okay.
Around that time, that's when I got body dysmorphia or bigorexia.
Bigorexia. We'll just use the word for muscular.
And I was like, I'm not big enough.
Yeah.
Because like that whole time when I'm lifting, like, I'm big, I'm strong, lean.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was lifting at 18 to there, boot camp, didn't really gain anything. Felt on top of the world for those like 6-7 months.
Mm-hmm.
Right after that, went on leave. I was like, I feel small as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Got back, went to the gym harder. I didn't realize how cut and lean I was and like big until my buddy Steck. I served with him on Gettysburg. Great dude. Not his real name, but I don't give a shit. He's a great dude. I don't care. We started lifting together. He's like, hey, like we became good friends, played Xbox and shit. Lifted me. He was like, dude, I can see your abs through your t-shirt, and it wasn't that type of a t-shirt. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I can see your six pack. And I was like, are you serious? He's like, yeah, you're a unit, dude. And like, it's those small moments, like you said with the picture or video.
Yeah.
Or we realize like, hey, I'm at what I want to be. But then like, not even a week later, you forget about it.
Oh, for sure. It doesn't get in your thought because it's a very small moment in your life where you're like, it was really cool. You still remember it.
Oh yeah, that's what I live off of.
It doesn't help anymore though.
It's like popping a smelling salt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It hits hard, and then 2 seconds later you're like,
Because you're chasing the dragon. Because you like be lifting, you get the pump. It's like you'll never be as big as your pump. Again, quoting bro science.
Mm-hmm.
You're always chasing that dragon.
It's got to be a reason some people quit too. It has to be. Like it has to be really frustrating for some people. Like to the point where the thing with some people can't handle consistent. I don't want to say downfall, but I want to say getting down consistently, like getting let down consistently.
Like, but the thing is, you're not getting let down when he's like, I'm not as big, like, because your pump, like if you tape your arms, it could be like an inch.
Oh,
inch
for
and a half,
sure.
even fucking 2 inches difference.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because pump is just, depending on how hard you work out, it hurts to even like not even
try
flex.
to touch your shoulders. Yeah,
like I can't do that with no pump.
It's always has to be somebody else that tells you too.
And
that you look big.
it can't be like your lifting partner.
No, it can't be anything like that.
If it's a random dude at the gym,
mm-hmm.
dude.
Oh, for sure,
dude.
But it's even better when, for some reason, like it could be a random dude at the gym, like, hey, you look big too, like you look big today, and like you're gonna get ecstatic about it. But when it's somebody that you never thought noticed says that, is when it really hits you. You know what I'm saying? Like there was, I overheard my buddy Jordan Fluharty. Shout out to Jordan. I was working at the IGA in Salem, and he was in the back room, and I was walking by, and I overheard him talking about, because back then I was just now starting to post Instagram videos.
Yeah.
And he's like, look at this. He's like, who's a fucking unit? And he just works here. And he was like, I just heard it as I was walking past. And I was like,
it's like being jacked at a job you don't have to be jacked at.
I was like, I didn't think anybody at my job like noticed that I was been working out really hard or anything like that. And I was looking around people. I'm like, everybody here probably sees me the way I never saw myself before. I was like, I just thought it was fucking crazy. But like you said, next week, it's the same exact.
Completely forgot about
it. Completely gone. It's a very small moment.
Yeah, like this. I've read different studies on how much this affects people.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten everywhere between 12 22, all the way up to 54% of men.
Jesus. With bigorexia.
Bigorexia.
Okay.
Women, obviously, it doesn't affect them as much.
Really?
It's much like you gotta
start my car.
Well, obviously, because like they're not typically they're not trying to get huge. There are other outliers who are trying to like I'm trying to get a jack bitch, or what the kids say now, muscle mommy.
Muscle mommies.
But yeah, it's much lower. One of the
why does muscle mommies make me laugh so much?
I don't know. It's
a great word.
One of the things I read,
I love this generation.
I forget which one it was.
Fucking
I
hilarious.
can't tell you which one it was. If I actually care to read. It was a study by Robert Oliveira, Aaron Blashill, and Jonathan Hoffman, muscle dysmorphia.
Sorry if we botched that.
Yeah, they're medical doctors, but they said roughly 5% of women.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? And that makes a lot of sense. Who lift? Okay.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense because if you're a woman, so when you're a guy and you're consistently trying
that's
to
just
work
like
out,
looking big.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That makes sense.
But looking smaller, like toner,
it has to be women.
Whole lot more.
It has to be.
Whole lot more.
Yeah.
Which I didn't even look into that. That's probably, sadly, it's probably up to 80%.
Oh, I would say 80, 100%. When you were talking about reverse dysmorphia, I was thinking about 80, but I forgot that was the thing of looking big. But like you're right, that makes a lot of sense.
And like I did find a study with guys, it is affecting them more and more each. They did go back and from like 2000 to today, because like it's more open society. Hey, guys have feelings. The numbers have skyrocketed.
Oh, for sure. Oh, wait, the numbers skyrocketed with body dysmorphia?
Yeah,
or?
with not big,
yeah.
but just like your body image.
Oh, okay. It makes sense. Yeah, because more people are talking about it. I mean, you have a million different platforms to be able to talk about it on. But I think it's really interesting that women don't have. It's just like it feels like just through generations of marketing and trying to sell makeup to young women and stuff like that. Like the ideal body image is like to be tiny. Like you want to be a tiny girl. Like you want to be fragile and all this. I was like, but like in reality, like guys like really like girls who have muscle tone, like who have like a little bit of muscle on them. Like it's crazy to me that like they have body dysmorphia and they're like, oh, I'm getting too big, or I was like,
yeah, dude, like I'm not trying to throw shade at anybody. Like what is mid 2000s, early 2000s, Paris Hilton, very slim, very skinny. That was like the top body image.
It was a disgusting body image too, because it was just like so skinny and so like.
But that was what was
malnutritioned, yeah.
And now it's getting into more thick, muscly.
Like
I'm not talking like. Well, I couldn't say snooze, but because it's snooze is what gym bros want. It's more like a real look.
Yeah, something healthy.
Yeah,
something healthy. Literally something healthy.
That's just the fad in America.
Yeah,
because other countries, like at one point in time, we're gonna go way back. It was bigger, plumper women. Like if you find statues of Aphrodite in Greece, Rome, whatever. She was what you would call thick.
Thick, baby.
Like yeah, she had like if the statue she had rolls. Natural.
Yeah.
And like it was like, yeah, that's fine. Like no one's more critical about someone's body
than themselves.
Than themselves.
Yeah.
Or their same sex. Like
that's true.
Guys don't really care like cuz like it's like clothing. Guys don't care if you wear the same fucking sweater, blouse, whatever outfit, same time, 3 times a week.
Oh yeah,
it's their self thinking
that they have to.
Yeah, they have to wear something different. Like I don't give a shit. I wear the same 10 outfits to work, just rotate them.
Same 10?
Yeah,
I have 3 pairs of jeans to my name, and I just fucking rotate them, dude.
How many times do you wash your jeans?
Once a week, man. I sometimes wear the same pair of jeans 2-3 times a week.
Oh yeah, you can. Like I do that.
Yeah,
because like they're not really broken into that at the second time. the third time they feel like, oh, these are kind of loose.
Yeah, they do feel a little loose. Then you wash them again, and it's like
that
fucking
second you wear,
Mm-hmm.
perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Always perfect.
But just think about women and everything like that.
Like,
and
and
body
if
dysmorphia.
there is a woman watching and you think we're full of shit, we're sorry. This is
we're not sorry. It's just like
these are our observations.
This is how we see it from our side, and there's nothing wrong with how we see it. I mean, like, how we see it is, this is called the Just Above Average podcast, is because we're not a part of the 1%. So, like, just the way we see it,
we're part of like the upper 30.
Yeah, it's like the way we see it is just something how most people who are average gym goers or just above average gym goers see it themselves. So, like, most people who are in your demographic. So, like, that's just how people see it. But, like, and we're not saying like tiny girls aren't attractive or bigger girls. There's somebody out there for everybody. There really is.
Yeah, everybody has their own taste. It's just our thoughts, our takes.
Yeah, and when you're talking about, this was a thought in my head, when you're talking about women and men and how how are you talking? I forget what you were saying, but what pops in my head is some girl. I mean, like, it's just like some guys like really tiny girls. Sometimes like guys like freaking muscular chicks. Sometimes like guys like big chicks. It's just your preference, because like you see people all the time who are like average looking dudes, and they're with women who are dedicated to the gym and look awesome, and you're like, well, how the hell did he pull her? But that was her preference to him. And vice versa. So, like, if a guy who works out really, really hard and gets with a girl who doesn't work out very, very hard, doesn't look like she works out at all, and you're like, why is he
shade at that?
Yeah, you're like, no, we're not throwing that shade at that at all.
We're not trying to get canceled.
Yeah, but people look at it, it was like, well, how did she do that? Like, well, that's probably what he likes. Like,
yeah, it's people on the outside looking in, judging.
Yeah,
in which
But when it comes to like,
I do that, and like I'm like, why am I'm an asshole?
Becomes a body dysmorphia and reverse body dysmorphia. It's just like, it's crazy that that's a thought in our head, because when you really think about it, there is somebody out there for everybody, no matter what you look like. And you could work out really, really hard, and you could always think you're small, or you could, try to be smaller and always think you're big. And in the grand scheme of things, it really doesn't matter, because if you are trying to attract somebody to be with you or just look good in the general public, one, the general public doesn't give a fuck what you look like, and and two, there's somebody out there for you. There really is.
And if you're lifting to get the opposite sex, 95% of the time it's not going to work. You're just going to attract if you're a dude working out to get chicks, like, you're just going to attract dudes like, man, you're looking big.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to look like you.
And I'm not saying like body dysmorphia is not like a big deal, because to some people it is. I mean, some people it drives people mad and crazy, and some people
that's why bodybuilders.
Some people it drives them to do crazy diets, to be able to do illegal steroids or some sort of crazy thing to try to lose weight. But like what I'm saying is, I think some people just overthink it. I think some people just think too much, and if you just wouldn't think as much, and you just this is what you need to do to be able to look this way, then do it. And if somebody doesn't like the way you look, then fuck them. Who cares?
Yeah, with that, the bottom line of, like, if you have, like, I wish I found resources because there's phone numbers you can call, email, text that you can call, like, hey, I think I have this. There's treatment, therapy. But if you are trying your hardest, like, at the gym, you're like, I'm not big enough, or I'm not petite enough, whatever you're trying to be, if not slim enough, if you're giving your all at a workout, that's all that fucking matters.
Yeah, and people will notice that 100%. People will notice if you're going out there and you're going hard, people will fucking notice that, and that's what they'll know you for. There's guys in my gym who are what it looks to be not as good shape as me or anything like that, and I'll look at them and I'll be like, these people work out hard as a motherfucker.
Like, they're working harder than me. What the fuck?
These people work harder than me. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But like, that's really all that the only things that matter when it comes to the actual gym and trying to get to the body that you want, and not that you think you want, is just consistency and fucking hard work.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
It's all that matters, And but like, it's just crazy to me that like, have this conversation is even crazier, because in my head I'm still like, Well, my arm, like my arm, when I'm just working, like sometimes I'll be just working. I'll look at my arms, like small. Why do I have such small arms?
Dude,
for
I
working out
look
for
in
8
every time I
years?
look in a mirror and I have short sleeves on or like this.
Yeah.
I feel like my arms are tiny.
But we could have a rational conversation about it in a car, and
Does it kill me inside to think my arms are tiny? Yeah.
yeah,
Because like I've been working out for 10 plus years to get big arms.
yeah.
But like to the average dude, my arms are probably, I'm guessing, bigger.
Oh, for sure, dude. Your arms are giant.
Why was I fishing for a compliment?
Yeah, this shirt had sleeves on it before he put it on.
Popped off.
Popped off.
Like Muscle Man. He had sleeves, didn't he?
Plus, most of my ass sleeves.
Skips is naked. He's shirtless. Regular show.
Regular show.
I watched it last night.
Great show. But yeah, like I said, but like it's crazy that we could think that all day, and then we come in here and we talk for 45 minutes and have a rational conversation about it, and it makes us feel better. And then tomorrow we'll go to the gym and we'll be like, man, I don't look big.
I'm tiny.
And we'll forget. Yeah, we'll forget all about. It's just embedded in our minds, and plus it doesn't help that there's fitness influencers out there who have great genetics and are naturally
Photoshop.
Yeah, or Photoshop,
Yeah.
or on D-Bar.
That brings me to another thing. Every time you see a fitness influencer who has a perfect body, because like one of the things like that, I'm gonna stop myself because I don't have a train. I have a intersection of fucking train of thought. Like what I love is like how the girls will have like their fitness flexed, then they'll do their second photo would be relaxed, and they'll have that is so good for younger girls' self-esteem because they think whenever I'm sitting I should have a flat stomach. Because even when I was in my uniform, I was like, oh shit, like compared to Marines, because they're in much better shape. Like they sit there, they're like, they look perfect. I'm like, I have a fucking punch. And this was back when I weighed like 165, 170.
Yeah.
But they were trained just to sit straight, perfect. And I'm just like,
and if they were to go like this, they would have rolls, just like me and you.
yeah. And I'm like, I always felt like shit with that.
You can do a million things with good lighting and angles
And Photoshop.
You can do a million things, but like it definitely doesn't help people who have actual body dysmorphia, and they see that and they're just like, well, fuck, like
Why can't I get that?
like you do that. Like, I've been working my fucking ass off. I can't look like that.
Like
It's
your parents said, like whenever you first, like when the internet started becoming, like we know this, not everything's true on the internet.
Yeah.
But now those people are like, Facebook said the world is in.
Another thing that makes it a lot easier for those people is a lot of these influencers are young. So a lot of these influencers got into fitness when they're like probably
High school
probably, and
they probably have the
if you
people
start
that
in high
teach
school,
them.
you have a major advantage to keep a body for like a well-fitted body for a longer time because you're just starting earlier. But also it's like also portraying to the fact like, oh, this person looks like this and I can't look like that. It was like, well, like you're in your mid-20s and you haven't done it yet. I was like, but if you did it, if you started when you're 19, you would have looked like that. Or like if you start now and then 4 years from now, you will look like that. But when influencers like post stuff like that, it's just like you're portraying to the rest of the world like I look this good, so I'm gonna put it on the internet, and you don't look this good, so you can just fuck off, and I don't give a shit about you.
See, one of the things is also your body shape. Because when I first started lifting I wanted like the body type of like, but more muscular, like Daniel Craig of 007, being able to wear like a fit like a suit, like look slim.
Yeah.
I got wide ass shoulders, big old back.
Yeah.
I can't look like that.
You're built like a Dorito.
I'm built like Snooki. not Snooki now. I'm talking about mid 2000s Snooki.
Talking about peak Jersey Shore, dog.
Peak.
Yes.
With the bump. Because I got a
the
big
bun.
ass head.
Yep.
I'm not throwing shade at her, but Jersey. It's Jersey Shore cast.
You know that bitch can squat. She got some big ass legs.
But yeah, I was like, it took me a long time to get over that fact. I can't have the quote unquote ideal body type of that time frame, whatever. And I was like, I'm just gonna have to be a wide shouldered dude. Like I always thought like I didn't like the way my body shape was. Like, you know how hard it was for me to fucking find a suit? I've been looking for 4 goddamn years.
Oh yeah, around your shoulders and arms, guarantee it.
Dude,
your back.
4 years.
Mm-hmm.
When I joined the Navy, my like inseam, it was like 42.
Jeez.
It's 50 now. But that's like 10 plus years of work.
Yeah, for sure.
And like, yeah,
You found a couple suits that fit you though, right?
yeah, finally. I had to get over that fact.
Where did you?
JCPenney's right before homecoming.
JCPenney's right before homecoming. Okay.
Always do that like a week or two before homecoming. Like not a week or two, but like
Yeah.
a month or two, because they always stock up because they're smart in a college town.
Good deal.
But yeah,
get over the fact.
it had to get. I really get over the fact that I had to find like I couldn't have the ideal body type for a man at that time. I had to learn like, hey, I have to be happy with myself. Took a while.
It
Yeah.
does. It really does.
Like, have you ever had to go through that? Like, your I don't have the body shape, body image.
Oh, recently, no. Recently, I've been looking at myself in the mirror and been like, good fucking job,
younger
dude.
Hobie, like 16 to 24.
Oh, 16? Well, first of all,
Well, like let's all right, let's 18 to 22.
yeah,
Let's
'cause I
exclude
went
wrestling.
through a giant traumatic change at that time.
Well, yeah, you grew for like 5 inches.
So, like, I'm 18 years old, and I'm 120 pounds
Ew.
and 5'11". Yeah, I'm disgusting looking.
Jesus Christ.
I'm actually disgusting looking, though, so that's a difference. Like, it wasn't like I had the body dysmorphia, and I thought I was really skinny.
No, you just look like shit.
No, I look like shit. So then I decided to go to the gym. I watched Pain and Gain.
Oh my God! Every fucking
Yeah.
Saturday morning before squats.
Well, I started when I was 19. It's about 19, and I'm 130 pounds now. A year after high school, and I decided to go to the gym after watching Pain and Gain. Literally went same day I watched it, same day I went. So
See, another movie like that was
shout out to Marky Mark and The Rock Johnson.
what was Dark Knight Rising with Bane?
Yeah.
His no, it was Fighter with his traps. Dude, everybody I knew just started on fucking shrugs. Just trying to get like, hey, that takes a lot of steroids to get that big.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, that's scientifically you will have bigger traps from taking steroids because for some reason whenever you take steroids, they like to cling on to your traps more than they like to cling on to other muscles. It's like you'll get bigger shoulders and traps more than anything. Really good indicator somebody's on steroids or somebody has improportionate shoulders and traps. All right, but anyways, so like I'm 19 years old, and I start lifting, and so I start seeing results like I don't know 6 months in. 6 months in, I start seeing results.
Well, yeah, you start seeing results relatively quickly.
Yeah, and then I started like being like, okay, like now I'm getting a little bigger. Now I'm getting a little stronger. So about a couple years in, I would say I really didn't see body dysmorphia. I would say until like 4 or 5 years in.
Wow.
Well, I was 120 pounds when I first started.
Were you lifting for anything at that point?
I was lifting for powerlifting at that point. Not really to compete, but just to get stronger. I was just strength training. That was the only way I knew for sure I was doing good in the gym if numbers were going up. So I was like, okay, this is an easy way to track, see what I'm doing is working. But I didn't really get to like 4 or 5 years in. I think it was because like I was 120 pounds starting off, so like I legitimately was small. Like I legitimately saw myself to the point where it was disgusting.
And how much do you weigh now?
196.
Basically all muscle.
Yeah, 70 pounds. Yeah. But like, I saw what it was like to be that small and disgusting. So I was happy with just not being that. Like, just not looking like that again. But like, I think about 4 or 5 years in, I got to the point where I was like, okay, I've been doing this 4 or 5 years. Like, I should look a little bit better than what I do now. And I was shredded. Had 6 pack. I like an 8 pack. And I was 165 pounds. And
you always had abs.
Yeah, I was 165 pounds, and I was deadlifting 500. Like I was going crazy. But like I still looked at myself in the mirror, and I was like,
You just had that thought, I'm not good enough.
I was like, yeah, I'm just not doing it. So like, I probably had it for between year 4 and year 7 for probably about 3 years. And then more recently, I'm about year 8 now. I'm 27. Yeah, I'm on year 8 now. And I'm feeling a lot better about myself now because I see myself now, and like I've been really putting in work recently, and like with Ashley, like with my nutrition, my sleep, and everything. I've been seeing myself in the mirror, and I've been like, I look way better than I have in a long time. Like, yeah, I've let my abs go a little bit. Just been because I've been trying to eat and gain weight like crazy. But it doesn't affect me a little bit. I miss them, but like it doesn't affect me a little bit as much as it used to. But yeah, that's that. But like it didn't hit me till later because I was like, fuck, like I saw myself at that lowest point and I was like, god damn. I was like, at least I don't look like that. But yeah, that's like been my only case of body dysmorphia. Now it's like now I'm to the point where I'm just like, you know what, like if I might not look crazy big anymore, but if I'm stronger than these other motherfuckers. Like I can't say shit. Like
Yeah, I had a weird one because I was as a kid say.
oh no. Ah, the car went off. Hold on.
I was fatty fupa,
Yeah. So you started in the
and I was
opposite.
like, so I had just regular body dysmorphia. I was like, I'm too fat. Starting getting bigger, the bigger I got, getting different clothes. I was like, I can't go up in a shirt size. That means I'm getting fat.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was like, oh no, it's muscle. No, I'm not too big. I'm not big enough. So there's a transition from medium shirts. Well, transition from double XL to XL to large to medium to large, and now like I have more fat. Obviously, I don't give a shit. I do care. I'm sad at night sometimes.
Sometimes.
I know. I let myself go after I got left for the military, but who the fuck cares? I'm out.
Yeah, you don't have a reverse body dysmorphia now. Now you have regular.
Yeah, I just like yeah. Well, that and like I'm overweight for how I'm supposed to be. So right now I'm getting it from both ends.
That's what she said.
I don't like the way my body looks. I'm too big. Yeah, I'm not big enough.
I get that. A lot.
And like I could change it real easy, like I did in the military.
Yeah.
I could fucking run. But you know what I'm not gonna fucking do?
Fuck that, dog.
Run.
We're strength athletes. And
I get
you're a
winded
bodybuilder.
doing fast fucking deadlifts.
Yeah.
I'm like, can of corn.
Hey, you don't need cardio if you only need to do it one time.
Right? No, but honestly, after this shit heals, probably in the fucking 6 months because I was supposed to take 10 weeks off.
Fuck that.
We're not gonna fucking. I'm not leaving.
That'd be good for you though. I mean, I literally have rest days written on here. Because I took 5 days off.
Honestly, we're changing it. If you have body dysmorphia, muscular dysmorphia, any type of that, there's resources out there. Look at them. If you don't want to look out there, you want to contact us, talk about it. You want to talk about how we got over it, how we're working through it, how I'm working through it.
Yeah.
Let us know. DM me.
Yeah. Email us at JAA Logan G.
Yeah, JAA Logan G
at gmail.com.
at gmail.com. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can talk about it.
For sure.
Yeah, like it's a serious topic that a lot of people who are younger are not going to take it seriously, but it's a serious topic.
Yeah.
Because it's mental health, and that's very important.
And you'll realize that if you're young.
But yeah, we're changing rest days. They're super important. When you're younger, you don't think about them.
Well,
It's healing. So I'm not talking about just rest days. Take a rest week. Every 6 months, when I first started doing bodybuilding, we took a week off.
just smart idea.
6 months in a week. That week's we're completely off.
Smart idea.
We're eating kind of dirty.
Yeah.
We're just relaxing. We went to the beach every day.
Really?
Every day, just laid out in the sun, went in the water.
Mm-hmm.
Came back, just chilled.
Probably just great stress reliever.
Oh yeah, we still had work, but like beach every day after. We just relaxed. We were living our best lives, as the kids would say.
But you took that week off.
Yeah, dude, it was so nice. Like
It's gotta be nice.
it was nice, but it was so hard. Like I'm getting small.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is you won't lose anything in like a week.
Honestly,
Not even a month.
You can come back better.
Yeah.
Like
That's something about being a strength athlete that like I have had trouble with is taking rest weeks, like actual whole weeks off, just because like me, I'm like I thrive on consistency. Like if I do the same thing over and over and over again,
you're a huge creature of habit.
so like if I do the same thing over and over and over again, I know I'm doing good.
Like if you eat a peanut butter sandwich on squat day for 6 months, and you have a peanut butter and jelly, you're like, my world's over.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
it's rough. I just always been hard on myself for that reason, because I just didn't. In my head, I'm always like, when I'm competing, so I'm doing this for a sport. I'm doing this to try to be, to try to get on a national stage, and I want to. I don't care if this ever makes me any money. I want to make a name in this sport. So so for me, when I see a rest day, or if I'm like I don't want to go to the gym today, and in my head the same thing plays over and over again. Hobie, if you take this rest day off, some guy that you're going to go against, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not next month, maybe not next year, maybe years from now, worked out on the day that you were supposed to work out and you had a rest day, and that's the reason you're going to lose.
Do you hear Mickey's voice? You're a bum, Hobie.
Kind of. It's just like, I always think like, man, if I don't work out today and somebody does, then I'm behind. So I've always done that consistently. These are my 4 days. I'm going to work on those 4 days. Every other day I do light recovery, and I stretch real well.
Do you think that's because your dad talks shit to you during wrestling?
Probably. My dad always need me. My dad always wanted me to work more for wrestling, and I never did. Because I never thought that's how people got better, was like to actually fucking do it, because I was a dumbass. And then
imagine if we worked out on the off season.
Yeah, and now I'm the product of my dad saying all that time, because now I'm not taking a day off from the gym, and now every time I want to get a day off, I'm literally my dad, like, oh fuck, like
I'm a lazy shit.
Like, God, like I'm fucking a lazy shit, because my dad said I was when I was a kid.
Yeah, like don't let your friends peer pressure you into working out 7 days a week for like months on end.
A lot. Sometimes it's even detrimental to you. Sometimes it's like
you don't give your body enough time to heal.
Yeah, and if you are tired and you are not feeling it, and like sometimes you go to the gym, you'll have a half-ass workout. You'll have a half-ass workout, and you'll be like, "Fuck! Like I shouldn't even have came today." And then you go, well, like you have a half-ass workout, and then after that workout, you're like, "I didn't even feel like it did anything. Didn't feel like it did anything for me
had
mentally.
So many of those days.
Didn't feel like it did anything to me mentally or anything like that." And then like a lot of those times, it's just better just to take the day off, because the next time you come in there, you're going to be excited for it. That's another thing about taking rest days off, is like you forget what it's like to miss the gym. Like you work out so much time, do you get to the point where you're like, man, I have to go to the gym today. Like I love going to the gym. It's also like, this is hard work to have to do every single day.
Dude, that was COVID.
Yeah.
Whenever I went to my my oldest brother's in-laws.
Mm-hmm.
Cause he had a very shitty bench. He had like minimal weights. He had a 45, 25, and another 25 and 35 pound dumbbells.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I was on everything I could.
Oh yeah, but like first week you're like, fuck, I missed the gym. Like fuck, I missed the gym. After the first week you're like, fuck.
Yeah, and I still got fat because I couldn't work out to my fullest.
Yeah,
and I was still eating like I was going to the gym.
So sometimes like people have to, yes, it has to be taken away from you to really like come back to like want to go hard again.
Yeah, I've taken a week off, and then like the next week, coming back, I've hit PRs.
Dude, we went to the Arnold, and it was supposed to be like a nice vacation.
Yeah, we went to the fucking
that was
gym. Whenever my back was fucked.
Yeah, I went to the gym and I squatted like 465.
Yeah, and I hit what? I hit 355.
Yeah, on bench or something.
Real easy.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, and then like it was supposed to be a nice little vacation, and we decided
we're just pushing it hard.
Yeah, it was just like I realized that at the Arnold. But like it was in my head at the Arnold, I was like, "Fuck yeah!" Like, do these people think I'm gonna take a goddamn day? I ain't taking no fucking day off. Like, I'm in here to I'm here. If I'm gonna work out these days, I'm gonna work out these fucking days.
And that's what I love about the Arnold. You see people of all fitness levels. You see people who are C-bum, the top of the food chain.
Yeah.
You see people who are like, I want to go to this. Like they've never, like you don't know, but like they just started out their fitness journey.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, I want to learn what this is about. They see people at the top of their lifting game, powerlifting, bodybuilding, strongman, and I've never met a non-nice person at the Arnold yet.
No, nobody's been a dick so far.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's what today's about. It's about mental health, well-being, and physical. You got to take care of your body.
You gotta take care of your body. Because you know what you don't want to be?
Below average?
Just below average.
Yeah, if you're just like if you're gonna be below average,
you go
to the
fucking dirt. Yeah.
If you don't want to be just below.
No, you don't want to be right there. You don't want to be that guy that like hangs around.
Because
above average people.
You know that in your mind you're like, I can be above average.
Yeah.
Or just above it.
No, if you're gonna be below average, be the
be the worst.
Be the worst fucking person.
Don't be the worst person.
No. Don't be just a kind of a bad person.
No.
If you're kind of a bad person, be a fucking bad person.
No, don't Don't. That's not the message we're spreading. There's gonna be people. Fuck it. I'm not lifting anymore. That's what you're giving.
But hey, you know what's better than being just a shitty person?
Being
Just above average. That's our podcast for today, everybody.
Thank you.
Like I said, if you need to talk to anybody about anything, email Logan at JAALoganG@gmail.com.
Even if you just want to say hi.
My Instagram is Obi-Wan_Kenobi. Contact me.
I don't know my fucking.
Check out our YouTube page if you're not already watching. Just above average on YouTube. Look for the logo and subscribe to our channel. Like the video. Share it to all your friends. If you're listening to this on Spotify or anything else, hit that rate button. Rate us and give us a nice little 5-star if you feel like it. Give us a 1-star if we're 1-star. But
hey, that's still
I won't know who you are, but I'll find you. Share the episode, and as always, see you at the gym.
I love you.
Love you too. Love you guys.